Something massive is about to shift in your life, and you might already be feeling it. That strange tension in the air, the feeling that everything is about to change, the dreams that feel too real to ignore. Miters, these aren't coincidences. On June 21st, something extraordinary happens in the cosmos that will shake the very foundation of your reality. The planet of time, authority, and consequence. Miters, Saturn locks into an exact conjunction with the north node of fate at 26 degrees Pisces. This is the most karmically loaded alignment of 2025, and when karma meets destiny at the final degree of the zodiac, everything unfinished rises to the surface. Everything you've been avoiding, everything you've been denying, everything that's been waiting in the shadows, it all comes flooding back. This isn't just another astrological event. This is a portal, a karmic gate that crashes open, whether you're ready or not. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what this means for you, how it will affect your life path, and most importantly, the 8 crucial steps you need to take to navigate this cosmic storm successfully. Let me be completely honest with you. There's no going back from what's coming. Saturn conjunct the North Node is like a karmic collision with no reverse gear. If you've been feeling like something big is building up, like you're standing on the edge of a cliff about to jump, or like pressure is mounting from every direction in your life, this is exactly what you've been sensing. Saturn doesn't play games. He's the cosmic teacher who shows up with a report card of your life, and he's not interested in your excuses. When he teams up with the North Node, which represents your soul's destiny, the combination creates a force that will corner you into absolute truth. What happens during this time isn't random, it's earned. Every choice you've made, every action you've taken or avoided, every relationship you've neglected or nurtured, it all comes due. Starting around June 21st, you might suddenly find yourself face to face with situations you thought were buried forever. That conversation you avoided having with your partner, that project you started but never finished, that friend you hurt but never apologized to, that dream you abandoned because it felt too scary. They're all coming back. These aren't punishments from the universe. They're opportunities for you to finally close the loops that have been draining your energy for months or even years. Here's what makes this energy so intense. It forces you to grow up. There's no more hiding behind excuses, no more blaming others for your problems, no more pretending that your choices don't matter. Whether you experience this as a breakthrough that transforms your life, or a breakdown that leaves you feeling lost, depends entirely on one thing: your willingness to be honest with yourself and take responsibility for your path. Now here's where things get really deep. This isn't happening in just any sign, it's happening in Pisces, the final sign of the zodiac. Think of Pisces as the omega point, the place where all stories end and new ones begin. It's like standing at the edge of the ocean, where the waves wash away everything that came before and leave you with a clean slate. When Saturn, the cosmic accountant who never misses a detail, merges with the North Node of destiny in this mystical water sign, something extraordinary happens. It creates what I call a soul-level audit, a complete review of not just this lifetime, but potentially lifetimes of unfinished business. You might start having the most vivid dreams of your life, dreams that feel more real than your waking hours. You might find yourself crying for no apparent reason, or feeling overwhelmed by emotions that seem to come from nowhere. Don't worry, you're not losing your mind. You're actually accessing parts of your soul that have been locked away, waiting for the right cosmic key to open them. This Pisces energy can feel like you're walking through multiple lifetimes in a single week. Old memories might surface with startling clarity. You might suddenly understand why you've always been afraid of certain things, or why you feel an instant connection with certain people. Ancestral patterns that have been running in your family for generations might suddenly become crystal clear. For highly sensitive people, this time can feel overwhelming. But here's the secret. The more you try to control or analyze what's happening, the more confused you'll become. Pisces asks you to surrender, to trust the process even when it doesn't make logical sense. Your tears aren't weakness, they're rituals of release. Your emotional overwhelm isn't a breakdown, It's a breakthrough through the illusion that you have to have everything figured out. Saturn has one job, and he does it perfectly. He shows you the truth about yourself. Not the version of yourself that you present to the world, not the person you aspire to be, but who you actually are right now. And let me tell you, his mirror doesn't have a filter. When Saturn peers into your life during this conjunction, every structure you've built, every belief you hold, every pattern you've been running gets examined under a microscope. If there's a gap between what you say you believe and how you actually live, this is when that gap becomes impossible to ignore. Here's what this looks like in real life. If you talk about self-love but treat yourself terribly, that contradiction will become unbearable. If you preach about honesty but live in denial about your own patterns, the discomfort will force you to change. If you've built an identity based on what others expect, rather than what's true for you, that false self will start cracking under pressure. This isn't about being perfect. Saturn isn't looking for perfection. He's looking for integrity. He's looking for integrity. He's asking, are you being real or are you performing? The spiritual personas, the business facades, the carefully crafted image you present on social media, if any of it is built on illusion rather than truth, it's going to crumble during this time. But here's the beautiful part. Saturn doesn't destroy what's real. He only removes what's false. What survives this cosmic audit is your authentic self, raw, real, and incredibly powerful. You might feel exposed and vulnerable, but you'll also feel more genuinely yourself than you have in years. The North Node represents your soul's GPS, the direction your higher self chose before you were born. It's the path that leads to your greatest growth and fulfillment, even if it's not always the easiest path. When Saturn meets the North Node, it's like the universe is saying, enough playing small, it's time to step into who you really are. This conjunction acts like a cosmic course correction. If you've been wandering off your true path, ignoring your intuition, or settling for less than what your soul really wants, this energy will redirect you, mind this gently if you're paying attention, or with a cosmic 2x4 if you're not. You might find that goals you've been obsessing over suddenly feel completely unimportant. That job you thought you wanted might lose its appeal overnight. That relationship you've been trying to force might naturally come to an end. These aren't failures. They're the universe removing obstacles to your true path. The redirection might start subtly. Maybe you'll find yourself drawn to a new city for no logical reason. Maybe you'll have a random idea that you can't shake. Maybe you'll lose interest in things that used to excite you. Pay attention to these signals. They're breadcrumbs leading you toward your destiny. The path ahead might not make sense to your logical mind, but your body will know it's right. You'll feel that deep yes in your cells, that sense of coming home to yourself. Trust that feeling more than any external validation or logical argument. On June 24th, Venus joins this powerful conjunction, and when the planet of love meets Saturn and the North Node, every relationship in your life gets put under the microscope. This includes romantic partnerships, friendships, family dynamics, and even your relationship with money and your own self-worth. Venus under Saturn's influence doesn't mess around. She asks the hard questions. Is this relationship based on love or fear? Am I staying because I'm growing or because I'm comfortable? Am I being seen and valued for who I really am? Or am I performing to keep the peace? You might find yourself suddenly aware of relationships where you've been giving more than you receive, where you've been shrinking yourself to fit someone else's expectations, or where you've been accepting less than you deserve. This isn't about becoming demanding or difficult. It's about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for connections that don't honor it. Some relationships might naturally fade during this time, not because of conflict, but because you've simply outgrown them. Others might deepen, as both people step into more authentic versions of themselves. New people might enter your life who feel immediately significant. These are often karmic connections coming in to support your next level of growth. This transit also highlights financial and energetic exchanges. If you've been undervaluing your time, energy, or talents, this cosmic combination will make it impossible to ignore. You might find yourself finally asking for that raise, ending that draining friendship, or setting boundaries that you've been afraid to set. This cosmic event isn't just personal, it's planetary. When Saturn and the North Node meet in Pisces, the collective karma of humanity gets activated. We're talking about a global reckoning that will expose corruption, lies, and manipulation on a massive scale. Political systems, economic structures, religious institutions, and corporate empires that have been built on deception will face unprecedented scrutiny. What's been hidden will be revealed. What's been tolerated will become intolerable. The truth won't just seep out, it will explode into public consciousness. You'll see it in the news, in social media, in conversations with friends and family. People will wake up to realities they've been avoiding. Systems that seemed permanent will reveal their fragility. Leaders who seemed untouchable will face consequences for their actions. This isn't about conspiracy theories. It's about frequency. The vibrational signature of truth is rising, and anything that can't match that frequency will be exposed and transformed. This might feel chaotic and overwhelming, but it's actually the planet healing itself, clearing out the toxins that have been poisoning our collective well-being. Here's the bottom line. You're standing at a crossroads, and you have to choose a direction. The middle ground is disappearing. You can't keep one foot in your old life and one foot in your new one. The universe is asking you to commit actions to your truth, to your growth, to your authentic path. This is your last call to stop playing it safe. Will you take full responsibility for your life? Will you stop making excuses and start making changes? Will you align your actions with your values instead of just talking about them? Whatever you commit to during this time becomes a seed that will grow for years to come. Make sure you're planting seeds of truth, authenticity, and love rather than fear, conformity, and avoidance. The choice you make now will determine which timeline you step into for the next chapter of your life. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. You're someone who takes your spiritual growth seriously, who's willing to do the inner work, who's ready to face the truth even when it's uncomfortable. This Saturn North Node conjunction is one of the most powerful cosmic events of our lifetime. It's a chance to finally break free from the patterns that have been holding you back and step into the life your soul has been calling you toward. Remember, this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Every challenge, every revelation, every uncomfortable truth that surfaces is an opportunity to become more authentically yourself. If this video has resonated with you, please hit that like button. It helps more people find this message when they need it most. And if you're ready to go deeper into your spiritual journey, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the guidance coming your way. Most importantly, I want to hear from you in the comments below. What's this cosmic energy activating in your life? What old patterns are you ready to release? What new path is calling to you? Share your story. New breakthrough might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, we're all in this together, and together we rise. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey of awakening and transformation.